And so far, more than 121,000 workers have been fired from federal agencies since the start of President Trump's second term. If you're not a government employee, you might wonder why this matters. Well, KDKA's Shinn spoke with one local federal worker who says his job alone has saved hundreds of lives within Western PA.
I thought you just dug straight down and kept going. All right, now nothing could be further from the truth.
Chris Mark's knowledge and experience digs deeper than the coal mine itself.
Me in a mine in Alabama. This is a specific kind of underground mining called longwall mining.
Now about 40 years serving as a government employee.
I'm a mine safety specialist for the federal government.
In his own words,
but today I'm speaking in my personal capacity.
He's adding a face to the Western PA federal employee.
When I finished my doctorate in 1987, I came to work for the U.S. Bureau of Mines here in Pittsburgh in the South Hills.
While working in the mines, he almost died twice.
Explosions were just one thing. Roof falls were killing 100 miners a year. And your chances of being killed as a miner in a roof fall hadn't really changed in 30 years. I mean, there just hadn't been any improvement.
So his life's work focused on one question: how to prevent mine-related deaths.
In the course of my work, I visited hundreds of underground mines and spoke to the people at those mines.
Through his government job, he created the industry standard to assess the chance of a mine collapse and what's needed to prevent it.
Perhaps my greatest contribution was to develop a different way of looking at these problems.
Resulting in the first year ever that they had 0 mine collapses due to your findings.
Well, I hesitate to take that much credit.
Humble in his accomplishments, his calculations and programs for mine safety.
Your depth of cover, there might be 1,000 feet of rock,
are used nationwide.
I put in a lot of other theory and I ran the statistics. And so what I've come up with are some really very simple guidelines.
Without his work, Mark says history shows mining companies cut corners on safety.
As the government, we can come in and say, this is the floor of safety that everybody is going to have to meet. And you can compete on anything else, but you can't compete on this.
But now he's concerned about the future without federal workers.
The kind of expertise that I bring to mine safety, for instance, is not something that you can just hire off the street.
Firings could create gaps in mentorship. He addressed Elon.
If you think that the federal government, that the purpose of the federal government is to be efficient, you're really missing the point.
And DOJ's cutting of federal programs.
When a company in the private sector does that, if it's a mistake, that company pays the price for it, all right? But if you do that with the federal government, it's the public that pays the price for your mistake.
He's not mining for attention. Mark is building insight, so you know the value of your neighborhood federal worker.
If we were doing things that you could make money doing, somebody in the private sector would be doing it already, okay? We're here to prevent disasters.
Shinn, KDKA-TV News.